So here, George Chuter. Disappointing away game at Hull. A little bit of a slow start for the boys on Saturday. What do you make of the game?
Yeah, a little bit. I suppose it had a bit of the end of the season feel about it, obviously, being at the end of the season. But it's been disappointing actually. I think we trained quite well in the week, and we'd actually, as coaches, made a point about trying to finish the season well rather than just sort of drifting into it. I think a lot of what we do this week, last week and this week, will actually transfer into pre-season. So yeah, a bit disappointed that the lads were a bit slow off the bus really, and to be fair, they fought back again as they have all year and got a bonus point out of the game. But and I know it's a bit of a dead rubber, but we were expecting a little bit more actually, and I think we'll be addressing that this week in training. We want to make sure we finish the season on a high rather than just sort of let it whimper out.
Like you said, last game of the season this Saturday, Flyde at home. What are you expecting from this Saturday?
Yeah, well, Flyde play a lot of rugby. I think they'll love coming up here and playing on our pitch. They do throw the ball around a lot, don't kick it very much. Not particularly set piece orientated as well. So I suspect if the weather holds up, it'll be a very fast open game. Our guys love to play that way as well. So it could be a real cracker, and just hoping that both sides come with a bit of intent rather than just want to see the 80 minutes out and get into the summer. And like I said a minute ago, I just want to make sure our guys really sort of finish the season on high for the leavers. It's be good for them to finish on a good note, but also it's a good prep for pre-season for us to sort of hit the ground running in pre-season rather than have to start all over again. So it's not a lot of riding on the game. In fact, nothing riding on the game really, other than a bit of pride and a bit of preparation from us.
Coming towards the end of the season, a few of the leavers are signing professional contracts. Are you proud of the boys that have signed them so far?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's what we're all about. We pride ourselves on being that sort of stepping stone back into professional rugby. A lot of the guys have come through academies and weren't quite good enough at 18, 19 years old, and 3 or 4 years good rugby here gives them a real good opportunity to get back. And we had Jacob Fields and TJ signing for Bedford a few weeks ago. George Eastwell's now signed for Jersey, which is great news. Fantastic club on the way up. And this last week, Eddie Taylor, the Skips, has signed for Bedford as well. So I think it's great for the club. It's also great for those guys to sort of really acknowledge the hard work they put in for 3-4 years in some of their cases, and particularly this year. It's no coincidence that all 4 of them have played really well this year, and they've been picked up by professional clubs. So it's a great sign for the programme here, but also it's great for the lads themselves as individuals.
So here from Beattie, bit of a slow start for the first 15 on Saturday. What did you make of the game up with Hull?
Nice. It was a slow start. Hull came out with box firing, and we're down to 31-10 at half time. Very unlike us again in terms of conceding that amount of points. And then I think in the second half, it evened up with a couple of opportunities. They squeezed another try out of us. The game kind of ran away from us. We're disappointed with that, but we're on the file now. Last game of the season for a lot of guys. It's an emotional time. Last time they put on a Loughborough jersey, so hopefully get a good reaction.
Sevens tournaments are starting, and then we've got more coming up. What have you made of the tournament so far?
It's been excellent. The Sevens programme last year was fantastic. There's been a lot of guys have got a real positive experience from it. The plan this year was to kick on with that and use those guys to spread the word. I think we had a squad of 26 last year. We've now got a squad of trials and cut it down to 50 plus, which is fantastic. Could have had double that probably. And now, and they've all been through, 50 guys have been through a 2-3 week programme, exposing them to sevens and detailing around that, including S&C support. And now we're into the performance end, and we've cut the squad to about 20 guys, and we'll just refine what we've done. And we've got some great tournaments coming up. We've got the Bucks Championship, we've got Roslyn Park Sevens, and then we've got the train up to Scotland for a home club, Circuit, for Circuit Sevens to finish it off. The development squad, they've had their Bucks Trophy Sevens, which we got to the semi-final of. We also had a squad go to Nottingham for the tournament, which they won. And then on Sunday there we had Bedford 10s, absolute quality fixture, and we got to the final, got beat off London Scottish. All the championship academies, Loughborough under-19 team, battling with the best of them, so it's been fantastic.
So here, Director Robbie Dave Morris. Slow start for the first 15 on Saturday up in Hull. What do you make of the game?
Yeah, I mean, post-match, and then you look through the video. We actually for the first about four minutes, we looked as though we were going to get quite a quick start in terms of what we're doing, but we didn't really have the mindset to show the resilience needed when pressure came on from Hull Ionians, and we're pretty ill-disciplined, so we're giving away some cheap penalties, which gave some field position away, and Hull Ionians able to launch their go-to, which is catch and drive line-out. So part of the game plan was to try and take that away by keeping the ball in field, be disciplined, and unfortunately we gave them 50 line-outs during the game. So yeah, I think it'd be fair to say at half-time, we were really disappointed. We hadn't represented our club to the same high standards that Hull were representing their club, and I was proud of the boys that they changed that around into the second half.
We were also joined on Saturday by some alumni celebrating their 50-year reunion. What do you make of the guys that came down?
Yeah, so the vintage year of 1966 was a real privilege for me to talk to them in this room before we went off to Hull and talk about what the club's up to now, but also hear from those guys. I mean, we have a strapline building a lifetime of success, and what was an overwhelming sense was that those fellas feel that their time at Loughborough has shaped the individuals that they are and benefits them in their lives, and they're also still so tight as a group as well, and there were just absolutely loads of them who came back. And then really nice to have a photo with the current side under the post before we went away to Hull as well. So for me, the history and heritage of Loughborough sport speaks for itself, but it's something that's never lost in me in terms of the players and coaches that have been before. And I certainly feel very privileged to be the current incumbent in a list of some very, very special people.
On to Flyde for the last game of the season on the home soil. How are you preparing the guys for that?
I think what we're looking for is a reaction to some of the things that I just spoke about there, about being mentally prepared. Flyde, fantastic club. We've locked on to them for pretty much all the time since I've been here in National 1 and National 2 North. And they're a team that's going to have a real crack at us. And what's going to be really important to everyone, supporters on the sideline, the players out on the pitch, all the staff, is that we really represent ourselves, our club, to the highest possible standard, and getting that change room afterwards. When we look around the huddle, last game in National 1, we feel that we represent ourselves, and we feel proud of what we delivered out on the pitch.
Finally, a couple more signings for the club, with Captain Ed Taylor signing for Bedford. Are you proud of the boys that have signed professional contracts so far?
Absolutely. I mean, it's. I think what's great about Loughborough is it's providing a quality education. And just to drop in that Loughborough University has been ranked number 7 in the Best University Guide as well, which is a huge credit to everyone on the university as well. Couple that with trying to provide sporting excellence and provide some guys some great personal development as well. So not everyone in our squad, they want to go on to do that pro contract, but we like to think that those that do, we leave them in a good position to hopefully get that contract, but not just get the contract, but really represent this university, themselves, their families, to a very high standard at those new clubs, and pull on that new jersey with pride. But hopefully Loughborough Club still runs through them, and if they ever need some game time, we've seen that it's been very successful this year in being able to help these alumni go forward with their careers as well.